So the fact that we had this Princess of Cups here early on at a high, um, I'm not too concerned about this drop that we had. This drop right here is the full card, but we should be seeing a rally higher. So here's an opportunity here to short, and then at the end of the day, we're gonna have some price swings into the end of the day. But there should be a high in there. We meet the upper end of a range. In a lot of cases, the ace of swords ends up being a high. Not as juicy as a day trade as I would have expected though. But I mean, there must be like an upper end to the range here. Look at this move that's happening now. Anyways, I mean, damn. Fast sudden move higher to meet the high, right? We had that here, but we're also seeing that take place here, and there's two highs. And there's a rally, like a notable rally into the high. So this isn't so much a notable rally, but we could see a notable rally. Like if this continues doing what it's doing, I would call that a notable rally on a one-day chart. So my sound might have been bugging just a minute ago. I didn't have the right mic on. So I'm saying that because we had this Princess of Cups card here early in the day, in the midst of this rally here, is an opportunity to open up a long position, and you see this continued decline, right? That indicates to me that this high is going to be relatively high. I mean, it's for this decline to be an opportunity, we have to see a higher price level, right? And there's a high at the end of the day. There's also opportunity to short at the end of the day. This right now is probably an opportunity to short as well, just based on the fact that we go from rally with opportunity to short into price swings here. So price swings probably into the end of the day, but in the midst of those price swings, we should see a higher high as well. And matter of factly, I'm advised to take profits on that end. I'm seeing that now. Interesting. We have the swiftness card here with the bullet. Maybe don't take profits there. This is very interesting. So we've got the swiftness card here at the low for the 16th, right? And the gold bull on top of it. We've got the swiftness card in the high position with the gold bull on top of it here. And it's not telling me to take. Oh my god, it makes perfect sense now. Okay, so this rally continues into tomorrow. Yeah, and so when there's a fast, sudden move higher, somewhere here between like the start of the day and like the morning session, right? There will be a fast, sudden move higher, and when that takes place, it's a little unclear if it's first thing, like in the first half hour, or if it's like roughly between like 11 and 12, but it's somewhere in there. There'll be a fast, sudden move higher out of like oversold territory or to fill a previous gap down. And that's the opportunity to sell the long position. Yeah, because look at this. We've got. Oh my god, it makes perfect sense. I don't know how to explain it, but it makes perfect sense to me. All this stuff going on over here. This and this. The bull over the swiftness card in the high position, the bull over the swiftness card in the low position. So that would indicate that tomorrow's low is today's high, if that makes sense. Provided that that ends up being the case, and it does seem pretty strong. I have a strong sense that that is the case, that the rally continues higher. Hey, Solon Garuger. Glad to have you here, my friend. When's 9K Bitcoin? Man, this is such a farce. It really is such a farce. Like, this is like market manipulation, it really is. They want to scare people out of crypto before coming economic catastrophe where crypto becomes insane, like in a good way. I don't know about 9K Bitcoin though, my man. That's pretty crazy. I mean, I guess yeah, I guess you're right. Based on the technicals here, wow, the bottom might be right around the time when we have like a crest in silver. So I'm looking to get out of silver in December, and I tend to have good timing with stuff like this, like swapping into things. 9K though, jeez. Well, no, I mean just looking at a technical chart, we've broken through like a major support level already. See, this line is below major support. This is major support. All right, so like this line here and this line, and we broke through it. See, here, 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 and then we broke through it. So we're in a breakdown mode right now. This is also support, but it's not nearly as strong as the one that we just broke through. And the next significantly strong support is like 10K-ish, 11K-ish, 11.5. I see 11.5 in it. I see 11.5. Hey, Decode. It's not the best lunar influence for me to do this, unfortunately. I'm a Cancer, my friend, so my energetic frequency does change quite a bit. So in cases like that, I need to do more like energetic work before I answer questions. But I see 11.5 in there for sure, man. Let me look at the Bitcoin reading before I say for sure. Let me make sure this isn't like still to come out. Yeah, no, this is still to come out. But the December is already posted. All right, so let's look at the December. So real quick, if you guys missed what we were talking about first on, so with S&P today, we had this decline that offers an opportunity to open up a short position. So we went from a low to a high and declined out of it, right? Opportunity to open up a short position. My sense is that if this appears to be too early, which it was too early, but it's what it's also doing, being that that opportunity was there rather than here, is indicating that we see a higher high end of day or overnight, and there's a lot to push the idea that this rally continues into tomorrow morning. What really stands out to me is the swiftness card in the high position with the bull over it, and then the swiftness card in the low position tomorrow with the bull over it. The arrow and the arrow as well. So my sense is probably at the open is when I'd probably want to cash in to be safe. Yeah, because the high is a failed attempt to break through key resistance followed by a decline through key support, and that's what we see here, a failed attempt to break through key resistance followed by a decline through support. The combo of these two would really play that out nicely. But it's almost as though tomorrow's low is today's high, which would mean that we took a pretty significant move to the upside overnight. Sorry guys, just before E-Trade closes my windows on me, you know. So the crest is supposed to be today. See, we have this love card on the 16th and a cash out opportunity at the love card. Okay, interesting, because the love card appears right here on the 16th. This should actually be in just straight blue. I'm not sure why it's in faded blue, because when it actually when it appears on the day of, there's no translucency on the blue. All right, so that love card is an opportunity, and look, we've got the cash out coin here. Cash out coin on the 16th. Cash out coin is really telling me early in the morning there's a fast sudden move higher. Yeah, so I would say that's probably the safest bet. And then there's another decline from a peak in there. It's kind of a tricky midday. It's interesting because we have these opportunities to open up a short position here. There's some wild stuff going on, right? Because right here, like this is an opportunity to open up a short position, right? And then we have the price, or this, you could say this was, and now we have the price swings into the close. We should see a much higher high. If we don't here, then I'd say we see it here in the pre-market on the 16th. but then there's like decline from the morning peak there, poke through resistance, stay above it briefly, and then there's decline into midday. Opportunity to close probably the short position there, and open a long position to sell for a day trade later on. Like we'll reach for distant resistance. When we hit the distant resistance, somewhere around like 2 o'clock ish, we would sell those calls for a day trade. And then we have the Queen of Discs energy again, which I think it's important to point out. So we had the Queen of Discs today in the pre-market, right? And yesterday we had the Queen of Discs at the end of the day. And what do you see here? We've got this Queen of Discs energy right here. So let's use brown for earth. You can use green too for the element of earth, but in the case of the stock market, probably steer clear of it unless it means up. So I'm going to use brown for earth. And we could say that this range right here is pretty much Queen of Discs energy range. So let me notate that as well. So we probably will see that range on the 17th. Interesting. I feel like we see a lower price level than that though. Well, okay, so that's what it is. So we probably meet a higher price range than here tomorrow. Right, tomorrow's high, or today's high, right, is tomorrow's low. Let's use, I don't know, like pink for fire. Oops. So we should be up above that range tomorrow. 402. Oof, 402, really? Yeah. Based on what I'm seeing. And then we fall from there. And we probably meet this part of the, like this part, bottom of the Queen of Discs range on the 17th. Exactly, tied to the moon. So the lunar influences that I like as the moon passes through different signs, what I should be doing, what I can be doing best changes. It's really helpful for adaptability, but and that's only, I'm really only at that, like at the mercy of that when I'm at a certain vibration. When I get to a level of like a higher vibrational frequency, it supersedes like astrological influences. But that's a difficult place to remain at all times in this society. I don't know much about Chinese astrology. I like tigers though. Well, so as far as 2023 is concerned, the stock market's going to do really well. The economy, on the other hand, I have no doubt the economy's in the shitter. We've known for a long time that there's a complete disparity be, between the two. They have no relationship anymore, the stock market's behavior and the economy. Yeah, anybody who's like got the balls to be buying in the middle of these scary moments of crypto is going to be a very wealthy camper in a few years. All right, let's take a look. Anyhow, so we see we are going higher here, which we should I expect we'll continue to do. Um, Bitcoin. You know what? I like there's a better chart than I like coin market cap because they let you isolate. Yeah, that's a real nosedive. And there you see we have on the 4th for November, we have this universal hexagram energy. Looks like I was off by a day. We have it on the 5th here. There's a breakout on the 5th, looks like, kind of, and then poof, down we go. Brief high that's easily missed on the 5th, matter of fact. That's a pretty brief high that's easily missed. Hmm. Kind of like still there on the 7th. And there's a real drop. Interesting. Heed at contrary or adverse information. Well, that makes sense. Fast sudden move higher on the 9th, which offered an opportunity. There's another sharp drop coming, guys. There's actually a few places where there may be some sharp drops, but there's most likely another sharp drop here on the 17th ish. Or maybe the drop doesn't take place right on the 17th, but there's like another point around the 16th, 17th where something like a point like this, a unicursal point before this takes place. Um, Poof. Yeah, there's a pretty strong rally, it looks like, at the end of the month of November. Starting around like the 21st or the 23rd, probably the 23rd ish. And there's a few unicursal hexagram energies here. My sense is in the midst of the rally, there's either sharp drops in the midst of the rally, or these are going to be price levels that we're going to drop through the next time we have a sharp drop. Sometimes that happens in unicursal. We'll keep going up, and there'll be a few of them, and then we'll drop, and we'll go through like all of those unicursal price levels. But I'll tell you right off the bat, guys, I'm not gonna like get into the real prediction because it's not I haven't recorded it yet, so I don't want to say much, but the 2023 Bitcoin reading is super bullish, guys. Into 2024 even. Definitely some swings in there, but so yeah, I mean, there's probably a sharp drop around the 29th, very likely around the 29th, 28th, 29th, because we have a crest and a unicursal, and then we've got this X. But there's a lot of rally energy here, a lot of I should say a lot of rally offering opportunity to open up short position energy here. And then when we go into December, interesting. Not a lot of correlations to that. Works card may only be one on the timeline here. Interesting. So yeah, very likely that's the high there on the 2nd for the month of December. But I think we probably rally into it. The 1st or the 2nd. Yeah, and then on the 20th is when things really look like they start to turn around. Around the 20th. So wait, so it's the year of the water tiger right now, is that right? was 2007?
Tired? Yeah. Oh, thank you. Lila, me too. Yeah, you're a good boy. You're a good boy. Thank you. Thank you. You're such a sweetie, you know? You're such a sweetie. Everybody loves you, you know. Are you licking the air because you're happy?
He licks the air when he's really happy.
You want to go to sleep? Yeah? You're a good boy, Hermes. Go to sleep. You're a good boy.
He just sits there staring at me. He's so funny. Interesting. You know, I should look more into this Chinese astrology. I like the symbolism. I like the symbolism. I mean, it's a lot easier for me to interpret than 2013. If we saw 9K, it'd probably be in December. FYI. Planetary, I don't know if I caught that somebody else has a Cancer on here, but planetary hours can be helpful on days where you need to do something that's contrary to like the lunar energy. You can use a planetary hour. What kind of dog do you have, Decode? Treat? I'll give you a treat. So in any case, this is very likely. The reason why I say very likely, and I'm not certain, because the love card energy, in a lot of cases it can be a peak. It's probably like we bump up against this price level again. Let's look at the daily again and see if we can interpret that. Interesting. support, sharp drop. Rally offering opportunity, open up short position, price swings. Yeah, I mean, so this right here, the luxury card has correlations to the love card. So, and I feel like this was the luxury card. We sold down from a crest, right, to and through support. So, I guess you could say this probably was the support level. Revisited. Success. Princess of Cups. Wealth card. Luxury. Yeah, so this is the luxury card right here. So like we probably revisit like the right like around this price level here, this crest somewhere in here. This range like somewhere between the here and here. But that's not to say that we don't have price swings between, like probably, matter of fact, it is possible that this high here, this high correlator that we see here ends up being the next day because we have this rally higher offering opportunity to open up a short position like in the pre-market. And we go from this rally higher offering opportunity to open up to a short position to a high later on. Like there's a reason why they're not together, you know what I mean? There's price swinging in between, which is what we're seeing now. Yeah, Chihuahuas are cool. Is it a long-haired or a short-haired Chihuahua? I saw a I saw a long-haired Chihuahua the other day. It was long hair, but they had it shaved like it was a short-haired Chihuahua, except they had this long-haired, like, wavy mohawk in between the ears. It was pretty funny. Oh, that's cool. Like a deer face. Interesting. Hey guys, so if you're just hopping on, basically what we're looking at here is that we should see a higher price level than the high that we had earlier today that we declined from, because this was an opportunity to open up a long position. Sometimes that'll happen because you can extrapolate based on the position of things taking place. You can deduce additional information. A lot of SO meta-analysis comes from deductive reasoning, from just straight logic, but it's utilizing information drawn from like non-logical places. In any case, opportunity first thing in the morning in the midst of that decline off of the high, meaning that we would see a higher price level than that level in the not too distant future, even though we had this drop here, which I foresaw this drop. I'm sure I mentioned that there's a drop there and then a pop back yesterday. A lot of indication that we're going to have a higher price level tomorrow, or that this rally continues into tomorrow. But it does offer opportunity to open up a short position this rally. Tomorrow, the love card correlates directly to the 1 month card for the 16th, which is the love card. It also contains with it on the 1 month the cash out coin. That's what I like to call it, the cash out coin. There's two sides to the coin, they mean different things, but this is like the cash out coin. It's hard to see what it is, but there's like a skull and bones on one side, and there's a treasure chest on the other, and this is the treasure chest. So cash out coin. What's interesting, why I point that out, is because we have the cash out coin midday too. And then we've got that Queen of Discs energy, which I marked. I'm sorry, guys. Which I marked here because we saw it on the 15th today in the pre-market, right? And then we saw it at the end of the day yesterday. So roughly the same areas, right? So this is like a Queen of Discs price range. So we should rally out of that. I'm thinking we're going to have the same high or a higher high. I think probably a higher high tomorrow. That's my sense. We probably have a higher high tomorrow. But we don't stay there for long. I think there's probably two cash out opportunities here. First thing in the morning, and then midday at a low. It's hard to determine that because there's that high and low right on top of each other. But the swiftness card with the gold bull in the low position is preceded by the swiftness card today and the gold bull on top of it in the high position, which would indicate we're moving higher. There's a lot of indications. This indicates we move higher. There's the fortune card with a high correlation. There's the ace of wands. Yeah, you're right, Philip. I didn't notice that. Good eyeballs. That would be yet again another indication that we move higher tomorrow. It's a continued move to the upside. And this full drop, if I'd been on, I probably would have advised to double down on calls purchased here, just based on that. Like something that you get when you've done enough of these readings and you're utilizing deductive reasoning. Something that you start to realize is that the cards that do not appear say something as well. The cards, like the reason why the card didn't appear in this position versus this position, there may be more meaning to that than just sequential order. Yeah, the Princess of Cups, though, I feel like that's not a continued energy. That's like a second. It's like another opportunity in the midst of some back and forth behavior. But then again, you're right, Philip, because it's also in a high correlator position. Interesting. Man, Philip, what sign are you, Philip? I'm curious. You're not a Virgo, are you? Probably have a lot of Virgo energy, because you pick up on details, my man. But off of the high, there's also a significant move to the downside. It's important to keep that in mind. And this Princess of Cups really offers opportunity for really quick scalp. So in the midst of that midday decline or whatever, it looks like we probably open higher than this price level here. And attempt to establish support there in the morning, but we don't. We fall from there into midday, and then there's a big push out of a low to a distant resistance level. That midday low opportunity to open up long position for a scalp to sell when we hit that distant resistance level, probably around 2 o'clock. Oh right, you're a Cancer. Right, you told me that. You probably have a lot of Virgo energy. Oh, before I forget, I scheduled the first meetup in New York. Where does this want me to log on? Okay, we go. That's the link. Did you guys get that? I'm not sure if you guys got that or not. What happened to the screen? Oh, there we go. Another thing is we're here at the 200 day. When we look at it at the what is this? Why is this on a 5-year? What the heck? When we look at like daily candlesticks, so we pierced the 200 day. Just let me move that way. Right, we pierced the 200 day. But we probably will poke like through it again, probably above it, and then break down. why it doesn't let me do that. I gotta figure out why it doesn't let me do that. It always says sign in to chat. Like, why doesn't it just let me chat where everybody else is chatting? I don't get it. But I signed in and it's not showing up on the chat that everybody's looking at, so. It's freaking weird. I tried it again. I don't think it worked. We'll put it in the video descriptions, but there's a link to a meetup.com group that I just started for New York when I get to New York. So we've got that trough there, right? And then we've got trough energy, it looks like, here as well. Decode, I'm moving to New York Thanksgiving weekend. I'm moving back to New York. So I'm going to start doing some live groups in New York City. I used to do them years ago. I had a group. This is actually going to be Practical Metaphysics is the name of the group. And I used to do a Practical Metaphysics workshop where I teach people how to utilize it practically in the real world. This won't be exactly like a workshop, but it'll be like a meetup for that type of stuff. Yeah, will do, man. I'm gonna put there's an event scheduled for the 7th, which is a Wednesday in the evening. I put NYU as the location because I used to do things down there, but I don't know exactly where, but it'll be around NYU somewhere. I'll figure it out. We used to do them at like a diner or something like that. Check my email. Okay. I hate checking my email, but I'll check it. that regarding the deck of cards decode? Why did you want me to look at my email? What's up, buddy? Come here. It's not time to play, Hermes. Come here. You want to go for a walk, huh? We're going to go in a little bit, don't you worry. Oh, cool. I don't see the email, though. I'd be down for that. What email did you send it to? Oh, wait. Yeah, man. Let's meet up when I get to New York. We'll meet up. We'll get some coffee or something, or some chai. Yeah, no, I see it now. I hardly check my email. I have somebody who looks at this stuff for me. I hardly check it because if you ask me, for the most part, all the emails you get are like things that you expect. Otherwise, somebody calls you. But I guess that's changing for me now. It used to be that way. Oh, yeah, you want to go for a walk, huh? Alright, guys, any last questions before I roll? Yeah, I will. When I get to New York, we'll do something.
What you chewing on, buddy? You're welcome. Thanks for watching, Sol and Gurugar. I think I got it said right. Hey Marisol, welcome. Yeah, I mean, we've got a couple of GTII readings on the channel. Is there something particular you wanted to know about GTII? You're welcome, Philip. Thanks for watching. Thanks for pointing that stuff out, as always. You smell like you had a bath. It's because you had a bath, huh? You're a good boy. Good, clean boy. Oh, that's my favorite place in, like, the United States. Maybe the world. The Lower East Side. I love it. That's my stomping ground. Even though I'm from the Upper East Side, I'd always go hang out in the Lower East Side. But Marisol, if you go to, oh, here. Yeah, we've got, let me see. I've got a 10-year reading for GTII. And there is a 1-year coming out relatively soon for 2023. Within like the next week or so, there should be a 2023 GTII coming out. But there's a 10-year. Just use the search. There's a search bar, not the top search bar on YouTube. There's another one when you're on our channel, like below it, right? And you can search like GTII. It'll take you to the reading. Welcome. Appreciate the heart. Anybody else have any questions or anything that they'd like to see get done for December? I should really say for December or January, because I'm doing both, like before the 12th of December. All of January is going to be posted. Thanks for watching, Marisol. Alright guys, I'm gonna roll. Thank you so much for watching. As always, make sure when you're making money with this information, follow that rule of karma, spread the good into the world. It'll come back tenfold.